But anyway, well, let's try and make it break down. So today is going to be spent on the daily driver. So the 2012 Fiesta Econetic Titanium, which I use to travel ridiculous miles to work. So this car, driving down the motorway, and it decides to throw up an engine malfunction, which completely cut the car out. So I was like, right, what do I do now? Let's try and get home. So I switched it off, switched it back on, managed to limp off the motorway. I checked the fluids, checked the oil, topped the coolant up, and I managed to get home in 4th gear, which took me the best part of 4 hours on the back roads. And then after Christmas, going back home from work, and engine malfunction again. So basically, I try and make it break down, don't I? With diagnostics. I cleared all the codes before I went, tried to make it break down. Would it break down? No. Did a bit of research and I thought, I'll try it again. So basically, I overloaded the car. I put everything on, blowers on full, air conditioning on full. I was sweating my tits off in this car, trying to make it break down. Radio on full, revving the off of it before I set off, and then going down this back road to try and make it break down. I was so happy when I broke down. That sounds weird to say. So I plugged the diagnostics in and did a scan on it, and came up with no error codes. So I thought to myself, this could be anything. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to buy everything and replace everything, because if it's a decent price and it's fairly easy to do, then I'll just swap everything. So that's what I've done. I've got a fuel filter, new air filter, throttle body, and I've got new coolant. Today is trying to fix my 2012 Ford Fiesta. Let's go. Well packaged. Okay guys, so first, throttle body. And I've dropped the bolt. Rule number 1, do not drop bolts. Try to keep bolts separate. Rule number 1, don't throw things down the engine. Alright, got it. Squeeze them, players. Please don't drop. Rule number 1. Got it. Yep, there we go. Put this hose on first, because this will be a pain to do afterwards. I cannot grab the hose to put it on. Hold on. Right, the hose is not on. Hold on. Just wait there. Hold on. Just wait there. Right, got it. Right, put the hose on. I said put the hose on. Right, there we go. Hose is on. Oh, there we go. Pull this on. Chapow. That did not take much effort at all. You guys remember where I put the bolt, because I haven't got a clue. It's rule number 1. Don't lose your bolts. There's been a lot of rule number 1s. Oh, there it is, look. You know, it's rule number 1 I keep telling you. I've dropped the socket again. I'm just going to check the air filter now as well. I did change it previously. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Well, you know what guys, I think that finishes off the day. I've just dropped the bolt down there. Well guys, after getting an engine malfunction yet again on the way to work this morning at just around 4 AM, I was convinced that I'd fixed it yesterday. I put a new throttle body on and I topped the coolant up, and I read online, and there was a couple of instances where some people have done that and it's fixed the issue. In my case, it hasn't. Changed cars, still on the, obviously on the road, 6 hours later trying to get to work. Changed cars and managed to get to work. Okay, so I'm happy with that. These chimes are doing my head in, honestly, but it's for... Are you Well, that one shut me up. Had another chime on the other car that I'm using to come to work. And it turns out the oil level is low, so thank God for that. Quick fix, hopefully. Bit of oil, and the wash fluid is also low. But here we go. Please add oil, max 1 litre. You may continue driving to a workshop. Okay. At least that one's not as bad. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'll go and get some oil straight away. Actually, the chime went away, so. Happy days on that one. I still seem to have a bit of a coolant leak on it. Seems to be wet on the driver's side. I'll keep my eye on it and see how she goes. Need to buy some more parts for the Fiesta. Try and figure out exactly what is up with it, but we'll get to that. Well, I just got back home after a long journey. I've noticed these marks on the floor, and yeah, we seem to have a small issue. Need to put a space saver on and see exactly what the crack is, but yeah, that's another issue that I need to sort out. Happy days. Well, we've sprung a leak. Well, it's the same leak as what I ordered. Wow, okay, it's dripping. She really is dripping. It's kind of the same leak that I kind of knew that we kind of already kind of had, but kind of. It's a little bit wet down there. And it's also a lot wet down there. You can't really see. Will you get out the light, please? You're in the light.
It doesn't even affect it.
No, you're right, it doesn't. There's water down there anyway, somewhere. And I don't know where it's coming from. And this is my issue currently. Gotta love those cars though. Okay guys, so we're back on the max mark. There definitely is an issue down in this corner. I need to get this Fiesta fixed as soon as possible. So I'm not putting as many miles on this, but I'm gonna have to take the bumper off and have a look and see exactly what the issue is. But to be honest, it seems alright when I drive. It's just when, like, after I stop or when I start the car, and it just seems to dump all of its coolant. But anyway, that's a video for another day. So, week number 3 of trying to make the Fiesta break down. So I've got the diagnostics on the Fiesta at the moment. It still starts and everything still runs. So got the snap-on diagnostics to see what we can find. So I was intentionally trying to make the car break down. So I've not actually set off yet, but I've scanned the car and it seems to come up with 2 codes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear those codes first, and then try and make the car break down and see what codes come up then. But the codes: fuel rail pressure sensor intermittent, fuel delivery system low, and then just something with the positive temperature coefficient heater. But the thing is, that kind of makes sense, because if the fuel delivery system is low and the fuel rail pressure sensor is intermittent, then that would cause me to break down. I wouldn't go into limp mode because I'd have not enough fuel and the engine would probably just switch off like it does. And it says it's intermittent, which me breaking down, sorry, is very intermittent. It doesn't happen all the time, and it's only on certain days that it decides to break down. But anyway, so what I'll do is I'll take a picture of these codes and I'll try and break down again and see what it comes up with, and then I might need to get a fuel rail pressure sensor, and I don't know what to do with the other one. Fuel delivery system low. Maybe that's because of the sensor. But anyway, let's try and make it break down. Come on, break down. Let's have it. Woo! We broke down. Here, hold on 1 second. Let me just. Oh no! Right, just can you just like right? Okay. Oh, just. Can you just right? We're slowed down now. Okay, let's have a look. No, that's a blower. Come on. Engine malfunction service now. Engine malfunction service now. Right. So we've got the diagnostics. Let's do this shit, bitches.
He's so happy.
Is that all it's going to give me? Fuel delivery system low. Just going to loop round one more time. Okay, so we've broken down again. This is the trouble I was having last time. You'd probably get like half a mile, or maybe 100 meters, or maybe 10 meters, or maybe a meter, or maybe 1 centimeter, or maybe minus 1 centimeter, and just break down again. So it's very sporadic, but we're at the side of the road now. So if I crank it without turning the ignition on, if I crank it, you don't get anything. There's nothing. If I turn the ignition off, turn the ignition back on, start it again. So hopefully we can get the correct parts to fix it, and hopefully we can fix it. And I'm spitting everywhere, I'm sorry. Did you see that? Maybe. Okay. Right, we're gonna try and make it home now. We're about 1.5 miles from home, so we'll try and get home and yeah, have some food because I'm starving. Fuel filter. Oh, okay guys, so we're just doing what we did last time, overloading the car, kind of keeping the revs on 3,500, just to try and overload the car and get the car warmed up, get all the juices flowing. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it has fixed it. The rev range does seem to be stabilising, before it seemed to be waving. So fingers crossed this has cured it. But yeah, so we'll keep you you updated. Hopefully we won't break down, but we'll see how it goes. Okay guys, so we put the new fuel filter on and tried to make it break down, and lo and behold, we broke down again. So I'm kind of stuck at the moment. I've got to go back to work tomorrow, and the replacement car that I've been using has a bust tyre, and it's cost me a fortune. And this car's broken, the commuting car, so it looks like I'm gonna have to use the Copart race car to get to work, which may cost a fortune because it is terrible on fuel. I really don't know what to do. It says engine malfunction on the dash, and it just breaks down and totally cuts out. It doesn't even go into limp mode, it just cuts out. As always, thank you very much guys for watching. If I do come across anything, or I do start doing anything, I will record it to try and obviously, you know, give you guys the content, and you know, maybe help one of you guys out if you've had a similar issue. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.